Definition and background of special theory of relativity motion. When the position of a body changes with time, we ordinarily say that body is the state of motion, and if its position does not change with time, in it's said to be rest. There may be two kinds of rest motion, absolute and relative. A body is said to be absolute motion when its motion is observed with respect to a point which is stationary in space, but in the universe we do not know that any points which remains always stationary. Therefore absolute motion can only be imaged, and particularly it has no importance in the universe. Every body is in the state of motion. Each earth and other stars are moving all the time, and thus any body does not remain stationary. Hence absolute rest is also imaginary. In fact, motion and rest body are relative. A body will be said to be in the state of motion or rest with respect to another accordingly if its position changes or does not change with time relative to each other. For example, a tree on the ground is rest relative to earth, but the same tree is in the state of motion relative to sun, because firstly the earth with is this tree is constantly rotating around its axis, and secondly it is moving in its orbit around the sun relative to a passenger sitting inside the train. Other passengers are rest, but the outside tree, building etc. are in the same motion. Frame of reference, velocity, acceleration. From the above description we see that in order of describe the motion of a body, we must know that with respect to what this motion has been measured. If we imagine a coordinates system attached to a rigid body and we describe the position of the particle in space relative to it, then such a coordinate system is called frame of reference. For the location of object, the position vector are drawn from the origin of the coordinates system. An observer used a frame of reference which is stationary relative to him, and generally the position of the observer coincides with the origin. The simplest frame of reference is Cartesian coordinate system x, y, z. To study the motion of a particle p relative to this system, we draw the position vector r vector from the origin O at the instant in term of x, y, z coordinate. The position vector r vector is represented as r vector is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Observer clock p, x, y, z. To describe fully motion of a particle, we must know its position and different instants of time. The position vector r vector should be expressed as a function of time. Then the velocity of and acceleration of a particle will be given by v vector is equal to dr vector बटा dt is equal to dx बटा dt I cap plus dy बटा dt j cap plus dz बटा dt k cap. a vector is equal to dv vector बटा dt is equal to d square r vector बटा dt square is equal to d square x बटा dt square I cap plus dt square y बटा dt square j cap plus d square z बटा dt square k cap. समीकरण नंबर 3. If a physical phenomena, a particle passing through some points p occur in space, its position is known as the point. The time of occurrence and its point take together are called an event. In general, for the location of an event, each frame of reference we required its position and time to occur, and therefore for this purpose for coordinates x, y, z, t are required. The reference system employed for this purpose it called space time frame of reference. Frame of reference in relative motion. If two frame are in relative motion, the motion of a particle will be described different. Consider an observer O standing on the ground with x, y, z frame of reference. another observer O sitting in the moving car, use x dash comma y dash x y dash z dash frame figure 2. If O and O dash are at rest relative to one another, they will observe the same motion of a particle, but if O and O dash are relative motion, their observation of the motion of the particle will be different. But for convenience, that frame of reference is used in the which the motion of is described. Z p x dash x z y o dash y dash. Example: suppose that an observer is sitting inside a train moving with the constant velocity. Now if he draw a stone, he will see that the stone moves along a straight line 3a, but an observer standing stationary on the ground, seeing the stone moving with constant horizontal velocity, the velocity of the train, and thus the stone will move on a parabolic path relative to this observer. Straight line parabolic path. The motion of planets will appear very complicated relative to frame attached with the earth, but the planetary motion are much simpler to describe when we assume that the sun is the center of the solar system, or the frame is situated at the center of the sun heliocentric frame. Thus we describe the motion in a simpler way. We always try to select a proper origin of the frame of reference. However, sometimes we cannot reach physically there. Suppose we stand on the earth and looking the motion of a point on the edge of slowly moving wheels of a car. The point will be seen move to a complicated curve known as cycloid. Thus a position vector from us as origin to the a point on the wheel traced an extremely complicated path, but a point of the earth is not always the most convenient origin for the position vector. If we reach mentally at the center of the wheel and taking it as the origin, if we study the motion, the point will appear to move on a circular path. Thus the motion will be simpler. Inertial frame of reference. Those unaccelerated frame of reference in which Newton's first law and second law holds are called inertial frame. In such a frame, a body is not acted by external force. It continues in its state of rates or uniformly translatory motion, law of inertia, and hence they are called inertial frame. Thus in an inertial frame, if a body is not experiencing an external force, its acceleration a vector is given by a vector is equal to dv vector बटा dt is equal to d2 square, r vector बटा dt square is equal to 0, f vector is equal to ma vector is equal to 0. Samikran number 1. The law of inertia are first started by Galileo. Therefore, the inertial frame of are also named as Galilean frame of reference. The position r vector, velocity v vector, and time. The acceleration of a particle depend on the frame chosen. Let us how can we connect the position vector and acceleration of a particle measured in two different frames in the constant relation motion. Consider an inertial frame S and another frame S dash, which is moving with constant velocity v0 vector relative to S initially at t equal to 0. If the position vector of the origin of two frames coincide, they in the two frames of position vector of any particle p at any instant t can be related by following expression: r vector is equal to o dash vector plus r dash vector, or r vector is equal to v vector t plus r dash vector is equal to r vector minus v naught vector. This relation connected the position r vector of the particle is frame s dash to the position vector r vector of the particle. Yes, figure 5. If Newtonian mechanics to observe O and O dash is constant relative motion with measure the same times t equal to t dash when the particle in at p differential equation 2 with respect to times dr dash vector बटा dt equal to dr vector बटा dt minus v naught vector vector equal to constant dr dash vector बटा dt dash equal to dr vector बटा dt minus v naught vector v vector is equal to v vector minus v naught vector, where v vector is a velocity of particle with respect to s, v dash vector is the velocity of particle with respect to s dash, and v naught vector the velocity of s vector s dash with the respect to s. Equation 3 contact the velocity of the particle p in s dash and s frames. Differentiating equation 3 with respect to the time, we obtain dv vector बटा dt is equal to dv vector बटा dt or a vector dash is equal to a vector. Thus the acceleration of particle we observed in frame s dash in the same as observed in frame s, which is moving with constant velocity relative to s. According to Newton's second law, the force of the particle p is the frame s is f vector is equal to f a vector, and the force on the particle p is the frame s dash is f dash vector is equal to m a vector dash, but a dash vector is equal to a, hence f dash vector is equal to m a vector is equal to m a vector is equal to f vector, where m is assumed to be frame as independent of velocity into frame. Thus the force of the under two particle we as measured as s dash using Newton's second law in the same as measured in s using the same law. This means that if s is a inertial frame, and then s dash is also an inertial frame, because Newton's second law holds good in the both the frames. Further, in absence of external force, a vector is equal to 0 in the s frame s, the acceleration of the particle a vector is 0. Then from equation 5, in frame s dash the acceleration a dash vector is also 0. No force f dash vector is equal to m a dash vector is equal to m a vector is equal to 0 is acting on the particle in frame s dash. This means that if law of inertia first law is valid in the frame s, then it is also valid in the frame s dash. Thus we conclude that if a frame in an external frame inertial frame, then all those frame are moving with constant velocity relative to first frame are also inertial. Galilean transformation 14, 16, 18, 20, 19, 18. An instant the coordinates of a point of or particle in space with be difference in different coordinate system. The equation which provide the relationship between the coordinate of two different system are called transformation equation. We have shown above that a frame s dash which is moving with constant velocity v naught vector relative to an inertial frame s is itself inertial. For convergence, if we assume one that the origin of two frames coinciding at t equal to 0, do that the coordinates axes of the second frame are parallel to that of first, and third that the velocity of the second frame relative to the first is v naught vector along x-axis, then the position vector of the particle at any instant t in the two frames related by equation r dash vector is equal to r vector minus v naught vector t. Equation number 1 in the component form of coordinate are related by the equation x dash is equal to x minus v naught t, comma y dash is equal to y and y dash is equal to z. Equation 1 are to express the transformation of coordinates from one inertial frame to another, and they are referred as Galilean transformation. The form of equation 1 are to depends on the course on relative motion of two frames of reference, but it also depends upon certain assumptions regarding the nature of times and space. It is assumed that the time is independent and the particular frame of reference if t and t dash the time of recorded by the observer O and O dash of an event occurring at P, then T dash is equal to T. If we added the equation T dash is equal to T, then the Galilean transformation equation as expressed x dash is equal to x minus b naught t, y dash is equal to y, z dash is equal to z, t dash is equal to t. Equation number 3. We can under consider the frame S is moving with velocity minus v naught vector along the negative x-axis with respect to S dash frame. Then the transformation equation of the frame S dash to S are x is equal to x dash plus v naught t dash is equal to, comma y is equal to y dash, z is equal to z dash, t is equal to t dash. Equation number 3. These are known is inverse Galilean transformation representatives of Galilean transformation जैसे x, y, z, t, x dash, y dash, z dash, t, x dash is equal to x minus v naught t, y dash is equal to y, z dash is equal to z, t dash is equal to t. यही है. The other assumption regarding the nature of the space is that the distance between 2 points or 2 particles is independent of any particular frame of reference. Invariantly, this assumption is expressed by the form of transformation equation 1 and 3. If a rod has a length L in the frame S with the ends coordinates x1 and x2, then L is equal to x2 minus x1. If the same times the ends coordinates of rods in S dash are x1 dash and x2 dash, then L dash is equal to x2 dash minus x1 dash. But at any time t from equation 3 we have x2 dash minus x1 dash is equal to x2 minus x1, L dash is equal to L. Thus the length of distance between 2 points is invariant under Galilean transformation differentiation. Equation 1 with respect to time we get dr vector बटा dt is equal to v naught vector plus dr dash vector बटा dt is equal to v naught vector plus dr dash vector बटा dt dash t is equal to t dash, v vector is equal to v naught vector plus v dash vector. Equation number 5, where v vector and v dash vector are the observed velocity in S and S dash frame of respectively. Equation 5 transform the velocity of a particle from one frame to another, and it's known as Galilean law of addition of velocity. Again differentiating equation 5 with respect to time t, we have dv vector बटा dt is equal to 0 plus dv vector बटा dt is equal to dv vector बटा dt dash, t is equal to t dash, a vector is equal to a dash. Equation number 6. Here, hence, according to Galilean transformation, the acceleration of a particle relative to S and S dash frame are equal. It is to be mentioned that the Galilean transformation are based basically on two assumptions. पहला, there exists a universal time t which is the same in the all reference system. दूसरा, the distance between two point in various inertial system is the same. Thus, if any two events occur simultaneously for any observer, then they must occur simultaneously for the observer. In other words, the time interval between two given events must be identical for all system of reference, relative motion, and law of addition and of velocity. Now suppose there are two bodies. One body is particle having velocity v1 vector is equal to v vector with respect to frame S, and second body is attached at O dash in frame S dash having velocity v2 vector is equal to v naught vector relative to frame S. Hence, if velocity of two bodies are known with respect to a common frame S, the velocity of one body with the respect to the second body v1 vector minus v2 vector v dash vector is equal to v minus v naught vector can be obtained by subtracting the velocity v2 vector of the second body from the velocity v1 vector of the first body. Equation 5, v dash vector is equal to v minus v naught vector or v is equal to v dash vector plus v naught vector. This means that the velocity of the particle p with respect to S is equal to the velocity of the particle with respect to S dash plus the velocity of S dash with respect to S. This Galilean law of addition of velocity, this law is not correct when the velocity of comparable with the स्पीड ऑफ लाइट 3 × 10⁸ मीटर प्रति सेकेंड एंड इट्स फैक्ट द लॉ ऑफ मॉडिफाई एट रिलेटिव स्पीड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हेन we say that a swimmer can swim at a speed of 3 km प्रति घंटा, we understand 3 km प्रति घंटा in the velocity of swimmer with respect to water. Now if the water is also flowing at 2 km प्रति घंटा speed with velocity to ground, then the swimmer moves in direction of flow at the speed of 5 km प्रति घंटा with respect to the ground. Notes necessarily an inertial frame in non-acceleration, because if a frame in accelerated, a force free particles whose velocity is constant will be seen accelerated in the absence of an external force of a particle. If its path is not observed in straight line, then the employed frame will not be inertial. For example, the path of the force free particle moving in the straight line in an inertial frame will be seen curved in rotating frame. Consequently, its rotating frame is non-inertial. For many purposes, the Earth is fairly good experimentation to an inertial frame. However, the Earth is rotating and frame attached into it will be non-inertial at the equator. The change in the volume of accelerator due to the gravity g will be 3.4 × 10⁻² मीटर प्रति सेकेंड स्क्वायर. And for several particle purpose, this variation may be neglected and the Earth may be assumed as inertial frame. Example 1 show that the motion projectile as seen. Another projectile will always be straight line motion. Agra Rohilkhand. Solution. Suppose that two projectiles are projected at the same times in space with initial velocity u1 and u2 and with angles of projectile a1 and a2 respectively. Let us consider for outer convenience the motion of projectile only in xy plane, taking the plane of projection at origin. If at any time t the position coordinates of the projectile are x1, y1 and x2, y2, then x1 is equal to u1 cos alpha 1 t, x2 is equal to cos u2 cos alpha 2 t, y1 is equal to u1 sin alpha 1 t minus 1/2 gt square, y2 is equal to u2 sin alpha 2 t minus 1/2 gt square, x2 minus x1 is equal to u2 minus cos alpha 2 minus u1 cos alpha 1 t, y2 minus y1 u2 minus sin alpha 2 minus u1 sin alpha 1 question 1 t, y2 minus y1 बटा x2 minus x1 is equal to u2 sin alpha 2 minus u1 sin alpha 1 बटा u2 cos alpha 2 minus u1 cos alpha 1 is equal to m. But y2 minus y1 is equal to y dash and x2 minus x1 is equal to x represent the coordinate of the second projectile relative to first. Therefore x बटा के y बटा के x is equal to m and y is equal to mx. Hence the motion of one projectile as seen from another will always be a straight line motion. Alternatively, both the projectile are acted by the same acceleration minus g. Hence the first projectile that zero acceleration relative to second. This means that the path of the first projectile with second projectile in straight line. Example 2. If the origin of two frames s and s dash coincide at t equal to t dash and t naught and s dash moves with a velocity v vector relative to s having its axial axis parallel to s, find the Galilean transformation. Solution. Here the Galilean transformation are given by r vector is equal to v vector question t dash minus t naught plus r vector dash. The axes of s and x dash are parallel, hence the along the orthogonal axis from the Galilean transformation x is equal to v suffix में x question t dash minus t naught plus x dash, y is equal to v suffix में y question t dash minus t naught plus y dash, z is equal to v suffix में z question t dash minus t naught plus z dash, t is equal to t dash, x is equal to x dash is equal to x minus v suffix में x question t minus t naught, y dash is equal to y suffix में v minus y question में t minus t naught, z is equal to z minus v suffix में z question में t minus t naught, t dash is equal to t. Example 3. नॉन इनर्शियल फ्रेम एंड फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स 18, 20, 19, 21, 23. Those frames of reference in which Newton's law of inertia does not hold are called non-inertial frame. All the accelerated and rotating frame are the non-inertial frame of reference. According to Newton's second law, the applied force F suffix में I vector on the body mass of m is given by F suffix में I vector is equal to m a suffix में I vector. When a suffix में I vector is acceleration observed in inertial frame, this equation and is second stand is not valid from accelerated frame because due to its one acceleration, the acceleration observer will observed an acceleration a suffix में n vector difference to a suffix में I vector, and hence f suffix में I vector is not m a suffix में n vector. If no external force is acting on the particle, even then if in the accelerated frame it will appear that a force is acting on it. Suppose that S is an inertial frame and another frame S dash is moving with acceleration a naught vector relative to S. The acceleration of the particle P on which no external force is acting will be 0 in the frame S, but in frame S the observer will find an acceleration minus a naught vector is acting on it. Thus in frame S dash the observer force on the particle is minus m a naught vector, where m is the mass of particle. Such a force which does not really act on the particle but appear due to the acceleration of the frame is called frictional and pseudo force. Hence the friction force on the particles P is f naught vector is equal to minus m a vector a naught vector. Second number 3. Here accelerated frame S dash is non-inertial because in the frame Newton's law of inertia is not valid. In absence of external force, the observer of S dash frame is observing a force minus a m a naught vector on the particle. Suppose the frame S dash coincides at t equal to 0 with the inertial frame S, then any time t the position vector of particle t r suffix में I vector and r suffix में n in the inertial and non-inertial frame respectively are connected as figure. Thus r suffix में I vector is equal to r suffix में n vector plus 1/2 a naught vector t square, where a suffix में naught vector is the acceleration of frame S dash with respect to S. Double differentiation with respect to time d2 r suffix में I vector बटा dt square is equal to d2 r suffix में n बटा dt square plus a naught d a suffix में I vector plus is equal to a suffix में n vector plus a suffix में naught vector. A suffix में I vector minus a suffix में naught vector is equal to a suffix में m a suffix में I vector minus m a suffix में naught vector is equal to m a suffix में n f suffix में 0 vector plus f suffix में I vector is equal to f suffix में n from equation 1 and 3 6. This formula gives the observed force f suffix में n in accelerated system. For example, suppose that a box is falling in the gravitational field of the earth with an acceleration g. Now if we consider about a particle falling freely inside the box, the friction force on the particle is mg upward because the acceleration of the frame box is g downward. R minus g we have taken plus positive in the upward direction as the real force on the particle due to the traction of earth minus mg the force observed by the observer inside the box. f suffix में n is equal to f suffix में I plus f suffix में naught is equal to minus mg plus mg is equal to 0, where we have assumed the earth is as the external frame is stationary. If the particle has no initial frame velocity relative to box, it will be appear to remain suspended in the mid-air of the same place inside the falling box. Now suppose that the box is moves with an acceleration a naught is equal to g in the upward direction relative to the ground. In such a case the real force f suffix में I are frictional force f suffix में naught on the particle are given by f suffix में I is equal to minus mg, f suffix में naught is equal to minus m a naught is equal to minus mg. Hence the total force in the accelerated frame box is f suffix में n is equal to f suffix में I plus f suffix में naught is equal to minus mg is equal to minus 2 mg. This means that the observer stationed in the box having an acceleration g upward will measure a force 2 mg downward on the particle. Principle of relative hypothesis of Galilean invariance. Absolute velocity of a body has no meaning. The velocity has a meaning only when it is measured relative to some other body or frame of reference. If two bodies are moving with uniform relative velocity, it is impossible to decide which of them is at rest or which of them is moving. This is known as the principle of relativity. However, acceleration has an absolute meaning. For example, if we are sitting in a windowless acceleration aircraft, we can perform an experiment and measure in acceleration, but the aircraft is moving with uniform velocity. We cannot measure its velocity. Of course, we measured its velocity relative to a body outside. Thus, the principle of relativity can be alternatively stated as follows: if it is impossible to perform an experiment which will measure two states of uniform velocity of a system by observed confined to that system, the motion of a body itself has no meaning unless we do not know with respect to which this motion has been measured. This led Newton's know things about the absolute space, and it represents an absolute frame with respect to which every motion should be measured. However, in view of the principle of relativity, we cannot perform an experiment which will measure the uniform velocity of a reference system relative to absolute frame by observation. Confine to that system in the under an acceleration window ship. All experiment performed inside it will appear the same whether this ship is stationary or in uniform motion. Newton stated the principle of relative as follows: the motion of body included in a given space and are the same among themselves whether that same space is at rest or moving uniform forward in a straight line. Study of the physical law involves the measurement of acceleration, force, etc. among bodies. The principle of relativity can be stated in an elegant form as follows: the basic law of physics are identical in the all inertial system which moves with uniform velocity with respect to one another. This principle is called Galilean or Newtonian principle of relativity, and sometimes it is named as hypothesis of Galilean invariance. This hypothesis is based on experimental observation. In fact, the principle of relativity is a fundamental postulate and is entirely consistent with the theory of special relativity. If any two inertial systems moving with constant relativity velocity are connected off by Galilean transformation, the principle of relativity modified as the basic law of physics and invariant in form to reference system connected by Galilean transformation. This statement is somewhat special than the principle of relativity is same sense that is means the assumption that the times and the space interval as are independent of the frame of reference. We shall see later in the theory of special relativity that the Galilean transformations are not correct, but the appropriate exact transformation equation of the Lagrange transformation equation of connecting any two frames in uniform relativity motion. Thus, the principle of relativity may be stated. The basic law of physics are invariant in form in the two inertial frame of connected by Lorentz transformation of force from one inertial system to another. Suppose that the force F vector on the particle of mass m in the frame S is represented by Newton's second law. F vector is equal to m a vector. But according to postulate that the law of physics are in the same in frame S and in another frame S dash, which is in uniform motion relative to S, we have F dash vector is equal to m dash vector a dash vector. We have shown in the last article that the acceleration of the particle in the same in two inertial frame of connected by Galilean transformation a dash vector is equal to a vector, where the deduction basically we have assumed the invariance of space and timely separately the Newtonian mechanics, the mass of independent of the velocity. Hence m is equal to m dash F vector is equal to m a vector is equal to m dash a vector dash is equal to F dash vector. This means that the relation F vector is equal to m a vector. Newton's second law is used to define the force. Then in all inertial the force F vector will have the same magnitude and direction independent of the relative velocity of the reference frame. Further, the Newton's equation has the same form in the inertial frame S as well as the frame S dash. B means this statement that Newton's second law is invariant under Galilean transformation, as the Newton's first law of F vector is equal to 0 can be deduced from second law and third law involve force. We may also say the Newton's law of motion, so called law of mechanics, and invariant under Galilean transformation, since in mechanics the conservation principle, those for energy, linear momentum and angular momentum, all can be shown to be consequence of Newton's law of motion. It follows that the law of mechanics are same in all inertial frame under Galilean transformation. It is to be mentioned that the Galilean transformation satisfies the principle of relativity as far as Newton's law of motion are concerned, but we shall see later these transformations do not satisfy this principle of propagation of electromagnetic wave, deduction of law of linear momentum using Galilean invariance. If a body of mass m moving with velocity v vector and its momentum p vector is given by equation p vector is equal to mv vector, suppose that two particles of masses m1 and m2 collide with each other. If the velocity of these particles before the collision and are u1 vector u2 vector after collision of v1 vector v2 vector respectively, then according to the law of conservation of linear momentum, we have m1 u1 vector plus m2 u2 vector is equal to m1 v1 vector plus m2 v2 vector. Samikran number 1, the collision may be two types, elastic and inelastic. In an elastic collision or kinetic energy of the incoming particle repair after the collision as kinetic energy of the same particle in the usual in elastic collision part of the kinetic energy of incoming particle appears after the collision as some form of internal excitation energy, such as heat of one more particle or rest part appear in the form of kinetic energy. It is important to note that the law of conservation of moment is applicable even in an elastic collision. We may utilize the law of conservation of linear momentum by separate methods. First method is based on the assumption of Newtonian force. The second method is better and more general in the base of the assumption of Galilean invariant and conservation of energy. We subscribe below the second method. Suppose the initial and the final velocity of two colliding particles are u1 vector comma u2 vector and v1 vector comma v2 vector respectively in the frame S. In general, if the collision of elastic, then according to the law of conservation of energy in the frame S, we have 1/2 m1 u1 square plus 1/2 m2 u2 square plus equal to 1/2 m1 v1 square plus 1/2 m2 v2 square plus E. Equation number 2, where E is the part of kinetic energy of incoming particle is lost in collision in the form of heat, light, etc. Here we can have assumed that the masses m1 comma m2 are not altered in the collision. If another frame S dash is moving with constant velocity v vector related to S, then according to the Galilean transformation, the velocity in the frame S dash are u1 dash is equal to u1 vector minus v1 vector, u2 dash is equal to u2 minus v vector, v1 dash is equal to v1 minus v vector, v2 dash is equal to v2 minus v vector. Now, according to hypothesis of Galilean invariance, if the law of conservation of holds in frame S, it should also holds in frame S dash moving with a constant velocity relative to S. Therefore, in frame S dash, the law of conservation of energy tells us that 1/2 m1 u1 dash square plus 1/2 m2 u2 dash square plus equal to 1/2 m1 v1 dash square plus 1/2 m2 v2 dash square plus E star. Question number 4. If the law of conservation of energy is invariant under Galilean transformation, thus substituting the value u1 dash comma u2 dash comma v1 dash comma v2 dash vector from equation 3. In equation 4, we have 1/2 m1 question में u1 vector minus v का whole square plus 1/2 m2 vector question में u2 vector minus v vector का whole square is equal to 1/2 m1 question में v1 vector minus v का whole square plus 1/2 m2 vector m2 question में v2 vector minus v का whole square plus E. But u1 vector minus v का whole square is equal to u1 vector minus v vector. दूसरे क्वेश्चन में u1 वेक्टर माइनस v वेक्टर इक्वल टू u1 का होल स्क्वायर प्लस v का स्क्वायर माइनस 2 u1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर etc. चूँकि 1/2 m1 क्वेश्चन में u1 वेक्टर u1 स्क्वायर प्लस v स्क्वायर माइनस 2 u1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस 1/2 m2 क्वेश्चन में u2 वेक्टर का स्क्वायर प्लस v स्क्वायर माइनस 2 u2 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर इसको 1/2 m1 क्वेश्चन में v1 का स्क्वायर प्लस v का स्क्वायर माइनस 2 v1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस 1/2 m2 क्वेश्चन में v2 स्क्वायर प्लस v का स्क्वायर माइनस 2 v2 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस E star. We have assumed that the loss of energy E is the same in both frames. This is in agreement with experiment. R 1/2 m1 u1 का स्क्वायर माइनस m1 क्वेश्चन में u1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस 1/2 m2 u2 स्क्वायर माइनस m2 क्वेश्चन में u2 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर इक्वल टू 1/2 m1 v1 का स्क्वायर माइनस m1 क्वेश्चन में v1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस 1/2 m2 v2 स्क्वायर माइनस m2 क्वेश्चन में v2 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस E. इक्वेशन नंबर 5. सब्स्टिट्यूटिंग इक्वेशन 2 फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 5, वी हैव m1 u1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस m2 u2 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर इक्वल टू m1 v1 वेक्टर इंटू v वेक्टर प्लस m2 v2 वेक्टर इंटू v m1 u1 वेक्टर प्लस m2 u2 वेक्टर क्वेश्चन v वेक्टर इक्वल टू m1 v1 वेक्टर प्लस m2 v2 वेक्टर इंटू v 10 m1 u1 वेक्टर प्लस m2 u2 वेक्टर इक्वल टू m1 v1 वेक्टर प्लस m2 v2 वेक्टर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. This is the law of conservation of linear momentum. In fact, the law of conservation of moment and energy are the fundamental law of nature. These laws are their own proved and cannot be by other consideration. Now, propagation of light and principle of relativity, absolute frame of reference. According to principle of relativity, basic law of physics remains the same in all inertial system. If the principle of relativity is extended of electrodynamic, Maxwell fundamental equation should remain the same in the two inertial system with uniform constant relativity motion if follow the for Maxwell equation that the electromagnetic waves are propagated in the vacuum with a constant velocity c equal to 3 × 10⁸ मीटर प्रति सेकेंड in all direction irrespective of the motion of the source. Light wave are basically electromagnetic wave and hence according to the principle of relativity the velocity of must be the same with value c in the inertial system independent of the motion of the light source. Earlier Galilean transformation were considered to be correct transformation into inertial system in constant relative motion. However, if Galilean transformation are used, the speed of light will depend on the speed of moving operator. Let us consider a inertial frame, say S frame, in the which the speed of light in c in the all direction. If any observer, say S frame, is moving with velocity v toward the source of light, then according to Galilean transformation he will measure the speed of light as c plus v, and if he is moving away from the source of light with velocity v, he will measure the speed of light as c minus v. This means that the moving observer toward are always source with measure the speed of light c0 given by according to Galilean transformation c naught is equal to c plus minus v 1. Hence different observer moving with difference uniform velocity will measure different speed of light. Therefore an inertial frame of reference in which the speed of light c in all direction must be a special or preferred frame of reference. Such a special frame of reference is called absolute frame of reference. Any frame of reference which is in a state of motion relative to this absolute frame of reference unless suitable. If the such a absolute frame of reference is known, it seems possible that absolute motion of the body may be measured. Michelson-Morley experiment were performed to related the influence of the motion of the body of the earth with respect to so-called absolute frame. However, negative results were obtained by the experiment, and the idea of constancy of speed of light in vacuum were elaborated further. The idea of the existence and absolute frame of reference was discarded. This also implies that the principle of a relativity according to which the speed of light is constant in all inertial frame is correct, and the Galilean transformation are incorrect. In fact, the correct transformation equation are Lorentz transformation, which will discuss later. Michelson-Morley experiment 20, 18, 16, 19, 13, 12. Michelson-Morley experiment was designed to determine the motion of the earth relative to a frame of reference in which the speed of light in c in all direction. This frame is the predicated or absolute frame of reference. The earth itself cannot be absolute frame of reference because it is moving around the sun in its orbit with a speed v equal to 3 × 10⁴ मीटर प्रति सेकेंड, and therefore at any times if the earth is identified with the motion of reference frame, it will have a speed of 6 × 10⁴ मीटर प्रति सेकेंड. After 6 months relative to absolute inertial frame of reference, in any case the earth has a speed of least v equal to 3 × 10⁴ मीटर प्रति सेकेंड relative to an inertial frame at some instant or other during 6 months of the year. We assume that the absolute frame is situated at the center of the sun and earth is moving with a speed 3 × 10⁴ मीटर प्रति सेकेंड relative to it. Therefore a observer on the earth measure a speed c minus v for light moving along the direction of motion and c plus v for light moving opposite direction. We shall see how this assumption, the change of velocity light due to the motion of the observer, was contradicted by the famous experiment of Michelson-Morley conducting conducted in the year 1880. In this experiment, a ray of light starts from monochromatic source of light S and falls on the half silver glass plate P, where a part of light reflected toward the mirror M1 and part of transmitted toward the mirror M2. P M1 and P M2 are mutual perpendicular direction and they are nearly equal. Let Pm1 is equal to Pm2 is equal to L, the two rays reflected from the mirror M1 and M2 recombine at the P interference fringe are obtained. These fringe may be seen through the telescope T holes and apparatus in flotate on Mercury contained in the large vessel, so that interferometer may be rotated in the desired direction. यही है यस M2 M1 M1 डैश पी एन पी डैश VT1. फिगर 12 फिगर 13. नाउ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट इन द फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ सच ए वे ऑफ आर्म्स PM2 इज पैरेलल टू द मोशन of the earth in space. Therefore the apparatus moves in the direction of PM2 with velocity v relative of the absolute frame of reference. After reflection at P, the proceed toward the mirror M1. In the times the ray of reach the mirror is moves in the position M1 dash, so that the reflection occur that the position M1 dash. If T1 is the time taken, the ray the path P M1 dash P dash. In the meantime P will moves in a distance PP dash is equal to V T1. Hence from figure 13 we have P M1 dash is equal to अंडर रूट में पी एन स्क्वायर प्लस पी M1 डैश स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू अंडर रूट में V T1 बटा के 2 का होल स्क्वायर प्लस L का स्क्वायर. डिस्टेंस P M1 डैश P डैश इक्वल टू 2 P M1 डैश इक्वल टू 2 अंडर रूट में L स्क्वायर प्लस V स्क्वायर T1 स्क्वायर बटा के 4. द डिस्टेंस P M1 डैश P डैश हैज बीन ट्रैवल्ड बाय द रे ऑफ एब्सोल्यूट frame in which the velocity of light in C in the all direction. Hence C T1 is equal to 2 under root में L square plus V square T1 square बटा के 4 C square T1 square is equal to 4 L square plus V square T1 square is equal to 4 L square बटा के C square minus V square. वेंस T1 is equal to 2L बटा के अंडर रूट में C स्क्वायर माइनस V स्क्वायर is equal to 2L बटा के C क्वेश्चन में L माइनस V स्क्वायर बटा के C स्क्वायर के घाते 1/2 is equal to 2L बटा के C क्वेश्चन में 1 माइनस V स्क्वायर बटा के C स्क्वायर घाते माइनस 1/2 2 is equal to 2L बटा के C क्वेश्चन में 1 प्लस V स्क्वायर बटा के 2C स्क्वायर बाय बाइनोमियल सीरीज. द कंडीशन V स्क्वायर बटा के C स्क्वायर इज लेस देन 1. द ट्रांसमिटेड लाइट रे एट P इज मूविंग विथ वेलोसिटी C माइनस V रिलेटिव टू द मिरर M2. Because the mirror is moving with the velocity of the earth V, this ray after reflection at M will move with velocity C plus V relative to the plate P. Because now the plate is moving opposite to the ray A, if T2 be the time taken by the transmitted by the to travel the distance L to mirror M2 and back is absolute. T2 is equal to 1 L upon C minus V plus L upon C plus V, where PM2 is equal to L is equal to 2LC बटा के C स्क्वायर माइनस V स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 2L बटा के C क्वेश्चन में 1 माइनस V स्क्वायर बटा के C स्क्वायर के खाते हैं -1 इज इक्वल टू 2L बटा के C क्वेश्चन में 1 प्लस V स्क्वायर बटा के C स्क्वायर बाय बाइनोमियल सीरीज V स्क्वायर बाय C स्क्वायर इज लेस देन 1. Thus the difference in time taken to converge the two path del T is equal to T2 minus T1 is equal to 2L बटा के C into V स्क्वायर बटा के 2C स्क्वायर is equal to L स्क्वायर बटा के C क्यू. Therefore difference in the distance traveled by the two ray path difference is equal to C del T is equal to L V स्क्वायर बटा के C स्क्वायर. Now, if the hole's aperture is turned through 90 degrees so that the another arms P1 because coincide with V, thus this cause the difference of path in the opposite direction, and hence the resultant that difference becomes 2L V square बटा के C square. In this experiment, distance L was taken nearly 11 meter. The value of resultant path difference in the preference will be डेल इसको 2 गुड़े 11 गुड़े 3 गुड़े 10 खाते 4 का होल स्क्वायर बटा 3 गुड़े 10 खाते 8 का होल स्क्वायर इसको 2200 गुड़े 10 खाते -10 मीटर. दिस पैथ डिफरेंस विल कॉरेस्पॉन्ड टू ए डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ फ्रिंजेज. द एक्सेप्टेड शिफ्ट फॉर येलो कलर लेमडा इसको 5800 एंगस्ट्रॉम इन द टर्म ऑफ 1 फ्रिज इसको 2200 गुड़े 10 खाते -10 बटा के 5800 गुड़े 10 खाते -10 इसको 0.4 फ्रिंज विथ दिस एक्सेप्ट शिफ्ट ऑफ 0.4 ऑफ द फ्रिंज could be measured easily by experiment. These was the repeated, यही है माइकलसन मोरले एक्सपेरिमेंट का फिगर, repeated several times but no such displacement was observed. It may be argued that accidentally the absolute frame has the same velocity 3.4 meter per second with respect to the sun as does the earth. Therefore, at the instant the earth is at rest in the absolute reference system. However, Michelson and Morley repeated their experiment 6 months later, so the 4 times magnified effect could be accepted, but again nothing was observed. The experiment since then have been repeated many times under different circumstances, but always the same negative result was obtained. The negative result of Michelson-Morley experiment suggested that the value of V relative to the absolute frame of G should be 0. In word, the speed of light in vacuum should be the same C in all inertial frame. It does not depend upon motion of the observer or source. This result does not all agree with the one that is accepted on the basis of Galilean transformation. This is the physical significance of negative result of Michelson-Morley experiment. Further, the negative result show validity of principle of relativity in the field of electrodynamics and optics. In the fact, the principle of relativity is fundamental truth applicable to the area of physics. Shortcoming of Galilean transformation. The law of mechanics are invariant. The Galilean transformation, however, law of electrodynamic Maxwell field equation are not invariant under these transformation. दूसरा, in an inertial frame, if the speed of light c, then according to Galilean transformation fringe width बीटा इक्वल टू लेमडा डी बटा के डी, पैथ डिफरेंस डेल एस इक्वल टू एक्स डी बटा के डी, आर एक्स ऑन स्क्रीन इक्वल टू डी बटा के स्मॉल डी डेल एस, चूंकि एस बटा के बीटा इक्वल टू डेल एस बटा के लेमडा. फ्रेम इन एक्सपेरिमेंटल फैक्ट. Frame in experiment facts. तीसरा, in Galilean transformation the information could not be transmitted instantaneously, so that t dash is equal to t in the any inertial frame. However, there is finite speed of transmitted in information, and this speed cannot be more than the speed of light. In view of the above, the Galilean transformation needs the modify and the correct transformation of Lorentz transformation. The later transformation will be deduced in the next chapter, taking into consideration the two postulates of Einstein special theory of relative ether hypothesis. Physics is of 19th century made a false analog between light wave and sound wave of other purely mechanical disturbance. For the propagation of sound wave, a material medium air is necessary. If we say that the speed of sound is 332 meter per second, it means that this is the speed of which measure with respect to reference system fixed in air. Therefore, these physicists postulate the existence of hypothetical medium of transmitted of the light are called ether. It was supposed to fill all the space To explain the very high velocity of the density of ether was supposed to vanishingly small, while the elastic moduli were supposed to be quite large. They assume that there is a fixed frame of reference of ether in which light travels with velocity c = 3 × 8 मीटर प्रति सेकेंड in direction. The frame fixed in the ether was reference to the absolute frame of reference, since the earth is moving at the speed v = 3 × 4 मीटर प्रति सेकेंड around the sun in its orbit. The supporter was of the ether theory responded that there must be times of year when the earth has absolute of at least 3 × 4 मीटर प्रति सेकेंड which respect to the ether. The null result of to Michelson-Morley experiment suggested that the effect of ether has undetectable, and therefore ether theory of should be discarded. In the fact, was Einstein said that there is no necessity of any material medium of the propagation of light wave, and analogy between the electromagnetic wave and mechanical wave is not correct. In conclusion, the Michelson-Morley experiment discard the idea of privileged absolute frame of reference of the other, suggested the velocity of light is constant in vacuum in all inertial. The latter fact the roots of relativity discussion of physical law. A stone is dropped from an aeroplane moving with constant horizontal velocity. The path of stone observed by pilot will be b straight line. दूसरा, the path of particle situated on the circumference of the wheel of moving car will be seen by the observer on the edge a cycloid. तीसरा, if S is inertial frame of reference, there another frame oscillated with constant acceleration with respect it will be b non-inertial. चौथा, inertial frame of those frame of reference in which a free particle moves. चौथा का a long a straight line which a constant speed. पांचवा, the frame of attached to any point on the earth surface is पांचवा का a non inertial. छठवां, the paths of motion of a particle in the another projectile will be छठवां का d straight line. सातवां, the Fictitious force acting on a freely falling body of mass 20 kg with reference up to moving with the downward acceleration of 6 मीटर प्रति सेकेंड स्क्वायर would be सातवां का ए 120 न्यूटन in the upward direction. आठवां, in Michelson-Morley experiment if the effective length of each path is 7 meter and wavelength of light 7000 angstrom, the fringe displacement is 0.2. The fundamental law of physics are the same in the those inertial frame which be non-inertial frame difference. Special theory of relativity and Lorentz transformation. Special theory of relativity. From Michelson-Morley experiment, it is concluded that the velocity of light is independent of the motion of observer and is the same in the inertial frame. According to classical mechanics of Galilean transformation, the observed velocity of light should have dependent on the velocity of observer. Hence the classical idea of contradicted by the experiment. Fact, Einstein was the first person who modified the law of classical mechanics by modifying the Newtonian concept of space at time. Classical equations of motion are valid only the particle having speed much less than the speed of light. Einstein modification of Newton's mechanics hold even for the particle speed approaching the speed of light c and is called special theory of relativity. According to Newtonian mechanics, time and space are invariant for all observers, but special theory of relativity tells us that both are variable for the observer at relativistic speed. The two fundamental postulates of special theory of relativity are given by पहला all the law of physics has the same form in all variant system non-being with constant relativity velocity to other one another. दूसरा the speed of light in vacuum is constant in every inertial system. तीसरा this means that the speed of light does not depend on the direction of propagation of relative velocity between the source and the observer. The first postulate of Galilean hypothesis invariant of or Newton's principle in relativity holds. The second postulate of experiment fact Lorentz transformation 15, 18, 20, 19, 17, 19. Let S and S dash be a two inertial frame of reference. Frame S dash is moving with velocity v relative to the frame S along positive direction of x axis. Let t and t dash be the times recorded in two frame of reference or for convergence of B assumes that the origins O and O dash of the two coordinate system conjoin t equal to t dash equal to 0.